Hello everyone. Have you ever written a where column equal to null in SQL and got zeros? Even though you can clearly see null values in the table, a tiny mistake can silently break your queries and your reports. Today, let's fix the equal to null versus is null trap once and for all. So we have this employee table over here, and the question is find all employees who don't have a manager assigned. Look at the table. While looking at the table, we can say that Bob and Dinah are the right answers for this, right? So most beginner, what they actually do is when they want to find those employees who don't have a manager ID, they can write where manager ID is equal to null. We will just extract that. What I'm telling is something like this. Select star from employees where manager ID equal to null. Now, what I believe that this query is right. We can write this, right? Because manager ID is equal to null, we will get these two columns. So let's try to run this. When we run this, actually, what we are getting, let's check the record. What we are getting is no record. Now, this is a serious problem. Why actually we are not getting any record? Why why no one has a null manager ID as per SQL? SQL is saying, right, that there is no null manager ID. Everything has a value. That is why it is not returning in the record, right? But we can clearly see Bob and Dinah have null here. So whenever you compare anything to null, manager ID is equal to null or name equal to null, employee ID equal to null, the result is not true and not false. It is actually unknown. By unknown, what I am telling you that this is a value apart from true and false in SQL comparison. Now SQL follows a 3VL logic. What is SQL 3-value logic? Let me just kind of write it over here. SQL uses 3-value logic, true, false, and unknown. So whenever we do a comparison, like manager ID equal to null, either it will give you true, false, or unknown. When it is compared to null, then it will give unknown. If it would have been compared to some random number like 4, 5, it would have given false, which will not clarify the where statement, right? Not pass the where statement. If you would have written where manager ID is equal to 101, I think, which is one of the values over here. Okay, it's 10, then it will give true. So if a value is true, we will see record coming in our tables. But if a value is false, we will not see. And if a value is unknown, as per SQL use 3-value logic, we will not see that coming. So that is why when you write a comparison operator with null, we were getting unknown. We will get unknown over here and we will not get any record here. So how to be sure on how to use null when we know that the value will be null and we need to extract that row, what we can use is filter, which I have written up below. If you see is null, let's run this. If we see now, we are getting Bob and Dinah. Simple. So this is actually one of the tricks which SQL or traps which everyone falls into. As a beginner, everyone will write equal to null, but it is not true. Because of this SQL 3-VL logic, we need to write is null. Because whenever we are comparing with null, we have to use is or is not. So I hope you understood this. And we have met this unknown value earlier in the not in versus not exist video, which is also available in my channel. If you want, you can go and check over there. So when null was inside one of the subqueries, we were not getting correct record using not in. We have handled that case using 2 ways. You can check there when you want, if you want to know about that, not in versus not exist thing. So what do we learn from here? So the rule is never use equal to null or not equal to null. We have to always use is null or is not null. When will we use is not null? Maybe this question was Find employees who have a manager. If we would have written is not null, you would have got Alice and Charlie. But the same thing if I would have done it over here, right? Like no, if I would have written not equal to null. This is again a comparison operator, right? So if I would have ran this, I would have got no record. Again, the same SQL 3-value logic. So this is a very important question or important trap. In interviews, interviewer can ask you, what happens if you write where email equal to null in SQL or where column is equal to null. So a strong answer would be that null means unknown, not a real value. And comparison like column equal to null or column not equal to null evaluates to unknown. The where clause keeps only rows where the predicate is true. Unknown and false are dropped. That's why we get 0 record. The correct way is to use is not null or not is null. I hope I made this point very crystal clear. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video. You can add a comment also. It will motivate me to make more videos like this. Till then, let's wrap it up. Thanks.